Welcome you all again for the thermodynamic lecture series. Today we are going to discuss a topic on constant temperature process. Okay. So as we have discussed earlier in the non-flow process, what is meant by an isothermal process and what are all the concepts behind in the isothermal process. Okay. So before getting into the today's lecture, just I am recalling that a basic concepts here. So in isothermal process, we say that the temperature is constant throughout the process. Okay, the initial state 1 and the final state 2, the temperature is constant throughout this process by keeping its entropy increases, and consider this constant temperature process is an expansion process like increase in volume with decrease of pressure. Okay, there exhibits if the initial state is 1 and final state is 2, the temperature condition can be written as T1 is equal to T2. This we can apply in your PVT relation. Then there exhibits both work done and heat transfer in a PV and a TS diagram. Okay, so this constant temperature process will consist of work done diagram and also heat transfer from your TS diagram. So with the simple basics, we can move into your derivation for your constant temperature process. So as I discussed previous slide, in a PV diagram we can observe work done, and in a TS diagram we can take heat transfer. Okay, so considering initial state as 1 and final state as 1, then your pressures P1 and P2 are the initial and the final states of the pressure. Temperature T1 and T2 are the initial and the final states. S1 and S2 are the entropy at the initial and the final states. Then volume V1 and V2 are the volume at initial and final states. This isothermal process is a very slow process. Okay, so that is this constant temperature process is a very slow process by keeping its temperature as constant. Okay, so this is not at all possible, but in a case we are considering the isothermal process is a existing one. Okay, so we are going to see the expressions for relationship between pressure, volume and temperature, and work done by the gas for the constant temperature process, and also how about the change in internal energy for constant temperature process, and what all the heat transfer occurs and how we can derive the heat transfer in a constant temperature process from the first law of thermodynamics. And from the Gibbs function we are going to derive a change in enthalpy for your constant temperature process, and again from the first law of thermodynamics we are going to derive a change in entropy for a constant temperature process. So first one, we are going to derive about a relationship between PVT for your constant temperature process. So we know that the ideal gas equation is equal to PV is equal to mR into T, where M and R are constants. So I can write PV by T equal to constant as a characteristic gas equation. Then this is an isothermal process. At the initial and the final states, the temperature T1 is equal to T2. So I can write this condition here. Then I apply this condition in this PVT relation, what it will happen, P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. Here the condition is T1 is equal to T2, so we can cancel these terms, T1 is equal to T2. Then your equation will becomes P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2 is equal to constant here. So that is, we can write P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. Then by rearranging this equation, we can get P1 by P2 which is equal to V2 by V1, or this can be written as V1 by V2 is equal to P2 by P1. This is your simple PVT relation for your constant temperature or isothermal process. The next one, work done by the gas. As we all know, the work done equation for any process is integral of pressure into change in volume from the initial state of 1 to the final state 2. So since it is a constant temperature process, so from the previous slide we know that PV is equal to P1 V1 which is equal to P2 into V2. So I can equating these two terms, what I can get, P is equal to P1 V1 by V. Okay, so substitute this pressure value in this term. Okay, so substitute this pressure value in this integral term, then what you get, that is work done is equal to integral of 1 to 2 P1 V1 by V into dV. Here, so as we all know, this P1 V1 is equal to constant. Okay, P2 V2 is equal to constant. So you taking this constant term outside. what you can get, work done is equal to P1 V1 integral of 1 to 2 into dV by V. Okay, so integral of 1 by V into dV is ln V. So we can write work done is equal to P1 V1 ln of V 1 to 2. That is, the lower limit is 1 and the upper limit is 2. Oh, substituting this limits, then your equation will becomes work done is equal to P1 V1 ln V2 minus ln V1. Then this ln V2 by V1 can be written as like this. Okay, so work done is equal to P1 V1 ln V2 by V1. Then we already know that P1 V1 is equal to MRT1. This is your ideal gas equation. Just I am replacing this P1 V1 is equal to MRT1 in this equation. Then your final equation becomes work done is equal to MRT1 ln V2 by V1. Either we can use this equation or also this equation. Since P1 by P2 is equal to V2 by V1, we can also change this volume ratios into a pressure ratio. Okay, so that the constant temperature or isothermal process work done can also be written as work done is equal to MRT1 into ln of P1 by P2. The next one, change in internal energy. So change in internal energy is delta U is equal to mCV into dt. Then mCV is constant taking outside, so integral of change in temperature here. But in this case, the temperature is constant, so T1 is equal to T2. When you substitute T2 is equal to T1, it becomes 0, or otherwise T1 is equal to T2, this equation is 0. So mCV into 0 is, the internal energy is 0 for this constant temperature process. So there is no change in internal energy for our isothermal process. Next one is heat transfer. So from the first law of thermodynamics, we know that Q is equal to W plus del U. Okay, for constant temperature process, the temperature T1 is equal to T2, so that in a previous slide, so delta U, internal energy is 0, so we can apply this equation, Q is equal to W plus 0. Then your equation becomes heat transfer equal to work done. Okay, what is the work done? So work done is also, we can find it out in the previous slide. So Q is equal to MRT1 into ln of V2 by V1. Okay, so I already explained that this volume ratios can be written as pressure ratios by using your PVT relation. Okay, so that Q is equal to MRT1 into ln of P1 by P2. Next one is change in enthalpy. So change in enthalpy is from a Gibbs function H is equal to U plus PV. By differentiating and integrating this equation, you can get dH is equal to du plus d into PV. So initial state is 1 and final state is 2. So integrating the above equation, you will get integral of 1 to 2 to dH, which is equal to integral of 1 to 2 into du plus integral of 1 to 2 into d of PV. So when you integrate and applying the limits, we get H2 minus H1 is equal to U2 minus U1 plus P2 V2 minus P1 V1. We know that PV is equal to MRT, so we can write this ideal gas equation, just P1 V1 is equal to MRT1 and P2 V2 is equal to MRT2. And we know that delta U is equal to mCV into T2 minus T1. So here temperature is constant here, so you apply this condition in this equation, or otherwise I am taking out this T2 minus T1 and M is common, so I am taking out this, and also I am writing similar to the previous expressions like constant pressure process. Cv plus R is Cp by your characteristic gas constant equation. R is equal to Cp minus Cv and R plus Cv is Cp. Just I am writing that H2 minus H1 is equal to mCp into T2 minus T1, that is delta H is equal to mCp into T2 minus T1. But here in this case you apply constant temperature pressure relation here. So T2 as T1, R T1 as T2, then your delta H will be 0. Okay, so then your delta H value is 0 here, since it is an isothermal process, so there is no change in enthalpy. So in constant temperature process, there is no internal energy and also there is no change in enthalpy. So next one, the last one, we are going to see about change in entropy. So from the first law of thermodynamics, we already derived a change in entropy equation in terms of temperature and volume. That is delta S equal to mR into ln of V2 by V1 plus mCV into ln of T2 by T1. So here the condition is T2 by T1. So you replace this T2 as T1, R T1 as T2. Then this ln T2 by T1 becomes ln 1. Okay, so the value of ln 1 is 0. So in neglecting this term, then your change in entropy value will be delta S is equal to mR ln V2 by V1. Okay, so by using the pressure relation, this PVT relation, we can replace this term as pressure also. Okay, so the ds or delta is equal to mr ln V2 by V1 is your change in entropy for your constant temperature process. Thank you.